Hey guys, I've already had a couple of faculty members reach out to me and say, hey, what are you doing in the wake of this whole coronavirus thing? And a lot of what I'm doing is similar to what I've been doing. I've already been in an enhanced class, I've used Canvas. I do use an iPad to teach from. I mirror that iPad normally to Apple TV in the classrooms. So it hasn't been as difficult for me to just kind of transition into this. Instead of delivering a live lecture, I'm making feedback videos and I'm making instructional videos like I had been already. So it's not as hard, but if you do happen to have an iPad and you have an Apple Pencil and you do have Canvas and you're willing to kind of experiment with some things, I'll just show you what I'm doing. It's not going to work for everyone, but it works really well for me. The first thing I did was take our workbook that accompanies our textbook over to the copier in the department, and I scanned it. The publisher does not make the workbook available as a PDF. It does make it available through a third-party application called NoteFlight, but it doesn't work very well on an iPad, and I definitely can't use the Apple Pencil to work on that. So I scanned everything. I just took one day during winter break and did that. And then I dumped all of that into files by chapter name, into a folder, on my iCloud account. And I pull those in as needed into another application called GoodNotes. It's about $7.99 on the App Store. And it essentially allows me to annotate PDFs. It does so much more than that, but that's what I use to lecture from my iPad. I mirror that to the screen in the classroom using an Apple TV. And I also use that to make my screen recordings. So one of the things that I really like about using an iPad is that I can record from my screen. It's just native to the iPad. I don't have to tether it to my computer and use some third-party application. So if you go into settings on the iPad and you go down to Control Center, so Control Center is this just series of shortcuts that if you pull down from the top right, you'll come up with all kinds of different things there. But you can put different ones on there. So screen recording should be under more controls. If you hit the little green plus sign next to it, you can put it on that main screen, on the control center. And that's what I have going right now. And if you notice at the top right hand of my screen, you can see the little red, I don't know, what do you call that, an ellipse? Yeah, anyway. With the little bar there with the recording symbol going. So I'm recording right now. And from there, what I normally do is I walk my students through a lecture. So this is the interface of GoodNotes. And I have the ability to, at any point, bring in any kind of template. There's some manuscript paper or whatever. And then I can write on it. Sorry, wrong thing. I can write on it as I'm lecturing. And that's what I do in real time when I make the videos as well. So I can add in photos of different things, like there's that, keyboard, although it looks kind of funky. But I can add in different things. I can move stuff around with this little lasso tool. Yeah, I can highlight text. It has an autocorrect function when I'm drawing that, so if I'm not so great about drawing a straight line, it'll automatically do that. I can do text boxes. I really don't take the time to do that much. What I like about it is I can change colors, so it makes it a little easier to see on the screen. Anyway, I just do this as if I were lecturing on a dry erase board, yeah? And then when I'm done, I close the screen recording, and then I upload it to YouTube. Once I have my video that I've completed, I go over to YouTube. I am logged in with our faculty emails. So, but I believe if you're logged in to your Gmail on your device, then you automatically have a YouTube account, because YouTube and Gmail are the same, and Google are the same parent company or whatever. Anyway, so I'm logged in to that. I have actually, if you click library on the YouTube app, you can go and you can create a playlist. So I use YouTube in two ways. Everything I do is unlisted in both of these ways. And what that means is that nobody can see my content unless they have a direct link to the content itself. So I have a series of theory videos that it's a playlist that only my students in my classes, and actually a select few of high school AP music theory teachers, have access to. They've requested some, and so they share these videos with their students as well. But nobody can search for my content on YouTube, because I don't want to be made into a meme. Apparently the Cabot high school kids really love my accent, and so that's why they keep requesting videos. Yeah, I don't want all that stuff out there. So I can share this playlist with my students by simply copying a link, and I tell them all, hey, go subscribe to it. Once they subscribe to it, they don't have to have the link of every single video in that playlist. But again, the playlist is unlisted. So I've made my video and I'm ready to upload it to YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press up in the top right hand corner, there's like a little video camera icon. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to select whatever video I have just made. So if I do that one, hit next, and then I get to this screen, and I'm going to put the title of whatever, I want to label it as. But then this right here, this privacy, is what you want to be careful with. If you select private, that's great, but what that means is you're going to have to send a separate invitation to every person who wants to view it. And then you have to approve all those requests. I don't want to do that. That's too much of a mess. So I do unlisted. As long as they have the direct link, they can view it. Public means that anybody can search for it. So you just go to the search function on YouTube and anyone can find it. I don't want that option. So once I've done that, I'm just going to select upload, and let me discard. Let me get back to my screen. And then here's all the videos I've done recently. Anyway, all of those will be there. And if I want to add them to a playlist, I can save them to my playlist there. Okay. Or I can share directly by emailing that link. And a lot of times I will do that when I'm doing student feedback videos. So I'm a paperless classroom. The students use paper all the time. They use, their workbooks or whatever, manuscript paper. But they take photos of that and they submit that photo as under their assignment in Canvas. And then I grade it, actually within Canvas, and I annotate on that, and I make them their own personalized video where they get feedback about, where their mistakes were or whatever. And then I email that video directly from YouTube to them. Now, nobody else can see that video because they don't have a direct link to it. That does not go in my theory videos playlist. It's not part of the playlist that I share with anyone. So the only person that can view that video is the student themselves.